Hi, my name is Marius, and in this video I will introduce MapBlender. MapBlender is a cybercartographic application that fosters geo-collaboration by allowing users from different locations to blend the contents of the GIS tools and camera feeds. In the first part of this video, we will look at MapBlender's main features, and then put them to use in a hybrid teaching scenario in the second part. MapBlender puts collaboration first, and at its core, it's a video conferencing platform for the GIS context, running in the browser, which means that no local software needs to be installed, and creating and joining MapBlender sessions is as easy as clicking a link. Once in a meeting, all participants can choose to share video feeds of their webcam as well as their screen. They can then arrange and resize these video feeds as best fits their collaborative needs. MapBlender follows the "what you see is what I see" or VisiVis UI principle. What this means is that the layout in the workspace looks the same for everybody at all times. This gives people a common frame of reference during discussions, and it opens the door for new collaborative possibilities, as we will see later. With its focus on collaboration, MapBlender allows people to work together across tools, while sitting in the same room, or while in different places altogether. MapBlender does more than provide an enhanced video conferencing experience. People can blend the shared videos with each other. Blending here means that we can adjust the translucency of videos, as well as the way that they are mixed with each other. This means that people can see, discuss, and work across video feeds. Blending a GIS tool on top of another GIS tool allows people to collaborate across tools. This is great, for example, when collaborators want to compare results in the same tool, but also when they work on complex tasks in different tools, which people in real-life GIS generally do. Going a step further, we can also blend the feeds of webcams and GIS tools. This means that people can dynamically position themselves around the interface of the GIS tool in such a way that does not occlude important information while still being visible. It also means that they can now use their body language during their discussions. For example, they can use gestures to indicate interesting insights. Next, we will have a look at how MapBlender addresses real-world geo-collaboration challenges by bringing these features together in a use case. The use case we will look at is based on a real-world coaching scenario from our partners at ScaleGo. Their software ScaleGo Live is a flood risk platform that uses interactive maps, for example, to simulate heavy rainfall without the need for expensive hardware, and instead runs in the browser on standard laptops. One of the challenges they face is teaching the features of their software to new clients, as coachings nowadays take place in a hybrid setting, with some participants joining in the same room as the instructor, while others join remotely. In this constellation, remote participants often struggle when people work in the same GIS tool and can feel left out. We will see how MapBlender helps alleviate this, improving the collaborative experience of participants. Here we have the instructor, Peter, joined by 2 participants in the same room and 1 participant remotely. In their project, the participants currently develop a new neighborhood on a large property close to Copenhagen. And in their planning, they want to take rainfall into consideration, and are therefore interested in ScaleGo Live. Peter uses MapBlender to facilitate his training, beginning the session by creating a meeting room and having all participants, and that is both co-located and remote, join by opening a link. On his touchscreen, Peter arranges participants by dragging their videos and resizing them. Next, he shares the ScaleGo Live map view with everybody, and then participants gather themselves to the right side of the screen. Then, Peter goes on to present the features of ScaleGo Live. Notice how he uses body language in his presentation, and how he uses gestures like pointing at parts of the map, as this will be important later. Now it's the participants' turn. Peter gives them a practical exercise where they can put what they just heard to use, applying ScaleGo Live to develop ideas to reduce the flood risk in the area they work on in their project. In the first part of the exercise, they begin by familiarizing themselves with the tool on their own. To that end, they each share their screen in MapBlender, which improves their collaboration as follows. Firstly, Peter can easily get an overview on how far each participant is in their exercise and help out where needed, while remote participants are just as visible to him as co-located participants. Secondly, all participants can help each other and ask questions. And lastly, they can also easily discuss and compare different solutions with each other. For example, to support the discussion of similarities and differences in their maps, in MapBlender they can put their screens side by side and discuss, or, since both maps show the same geodata, they can blend their shared screens with each other. In the later parts of the exercise, participants are then asked to use their own maps to find the best solution. And so, one of them, the remote participant who sits in another location, opens QGIS and loads the data the team has already prepared. He uses MapBlender to overlay QGIS and ScaleGo Live, which means that everybody can now see the maps shown in both tools in context. Based on this, they agree on a solution. Afterwards, the remote participant presents the solution to Peter. Remember how earlier I said that Peter uses his body language while presenting? Well, even though he's not in the same room as everyone else, the remote participant in MapBlender can use his body language and gestures to point at the map to get his point across. All he needs to do is blend the video feed of his webcam with the solution. So, in the use case we just saw, we learned how MapBlender helped improve the learning experience for remote and co-located participants by providing them an easy-to-use platform to collaborate on. For example, everybody could see what everybody else was doing, which improved the awareness between participants, but it also helped Peter, the instructor, to support everybody equally. In addition to that, we saw how the remote presentation experience was improved through MapBlender. Of course, MapBlender is just a prototype and not a full-fledged product yet. But this use case gives us a first idea of how we can improve collaboration across workspaces and GIS tools in the future. And that concludes our video demo. If you want to see for yourself how MapBlender can bring collaborative cybercartography to you and your colleagues, you can try it out right now, following the link on our website. There you can also find more details on the project, including our paper, where we discuss the concepts behind MapBlender. Thank you for watching.